Hello everyone, Fanta here, and today I am discussing another wonderful YouTube thing. Now, I don't know if it's been happening more recently just because of the people I follow on YouTube or what, but really guys, come on. Like, I'm not saying really guys to you, but just in general to everyone on YouTube. It's just weird. It's weird how butthurt people get on YouTube, and I guess just the internet in general. Like, you think people would be kind of used to shit by now, but they just get so upset over the stupidest shit. It doesn't make any sense. So, what am I talking about? Well, you read the title, obviously you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the Jim Sterling thing with this new game that just came out, Hellblade. If I said it wrong, it's up there, fixing me, whatever. So, I completely understand where he's coming from. I mean, I've reviewed quite a few games now, especially recently with these games that I've been doing impressions of, because I can't review them because they're piles of dog shit. They're awful. They're flaming... They're what, dumpster fires? That's what Dreamcast guy says all the time. They're dumpster fires. That's what they are. And he's brave enough to play a ton of these games all the time with Jimpressions, and when he did the whole green light steam cleaner thing, like, oh my god, I can't imagine playing all those games he's played, because I've been playing some real bad ones recently from review codes I've been sent, so I'm not even hunting these games down. They're just coming to me, and they're terrible. In fact, I've got a couple more impressions videos on the way. Look forward to that, I guess. So, why are people upset? People are upset because Jim Sterling did not give this game an amazing score. Now, a lot of people are giving it great scores, 9s, 8s, stuff like that. And I can see why they're giving it these good scores. I'm not saying that they're wrong for giving it a good score. I just don't see why people cannot look through Jim's perspective and why he gave the game a 1 out of 10 originally. He changed it to a 7, which is a lot nicer than I would be, to be completely honest. He gave the game a 7, but he gave the game a 1 originally because he found a game-breaking bug that ruined the experience for him. And this is a game that he really wanted to praise, he really wanted to love, he wanted to give it a great score, but then he got that bug and it completely stopped him dead in his tracks, and he can't go anywhere. He can't do anything, and he's just done with the game now. Like, it auto-saves with one save file. One. I played another game that had one save file. What was that? Oh, Far Cry 4? Why the fuck does any game have one save file these days? That is unacceptable, okay? Especially for a PC. Now, fuck it. All systems, everything, should have more than one save file. Why would there be one? Why in God's green earth would you ever think that one save file is just A-okay? Why is that acceptable? I don't understand. Why one save file? That's a completely different rant, but you know what? It ties in, so it's okay. The thing is that by having that one save file, even if Jim is the only reviewer so far that has run into that bug where he didn't light a certain thing, so he went too far, he's in the darkness now, and he just continues to die over and over and over because it auto-saved right as he entered into an area that is just basically a death zone. So he's stuck in the death zone and doesn't want to replay 8 hours to get back to that position to do it correctly. That's completely understandable. I don't want to have to beat Far Cry 4 again to experience the different endings. But I would have to if I wanted to, because I went back and loaded my game. Actually, no, I did. Let me go back. So I beat Far Cry 4. I did this all on stream. And then I loaded a new game because I wanted to see the Easter egg sort of ending where you just wait for, oh god, I don't remember his name. You wait for him to come back, and then you go, Pagan Min, I remembered it. You wait for Pagan Min, he comes back, he goes, oh, thanks for waiting, sorry to keep you waiting, let's go. So then you go to the helicopter, you basically get to the end of the game, and then he's like, let's fuck some shit up. And then you get into his helicopter, and it's assumed you go and kill the Golden Path, which I would have loved to do that, by the way. That would have been a great ending. And if they made that an actual choice and an actual path of the game, that'd be awesome. But after I did that and the game was over again, what happened to that save file I had? It was gone because I had one fucking save file. So, you know, a lot of people getting angry that he gave it a 1, but you know what? If I had gone through that experience, I would have given that game a 1. I would have given the clause, I'm giving this a 1 because of this reason, because the game, I can't beat it, I don't want to go through it again. This was all fun, I liked this part of the game, but I'm still giving it a 1. So listen to my words and just don't pay attention to the score unless you're worried that this might happen to you, because it could. The fact that it happened to him means it can happen again. It means somebody else can have this game-breaking bug happen to them. And honestly, it's unacceptable to have something like that in your fully finished game. It really is, especially when you decide to put one save file. I don't get it. How hard is it to have multiple save files? It can't be that difficult to do. So many games have done it. They can do it. I believe in them. Anyway, so the game looks kind of neat, but once again, I'll never play it because that one save file thing, it bugs the shit out of me. If something wrong happens with the game, I wasted 8 hours and I don't get the satisfying ending. I get nothing. I get nothing out of the game. You could say, oh, well, fancy, you got that 8 hours of enjoyment. You're right, but that one moment ruined my entire experience. Soiled the game for me. And that's what happened to him. So I completely understand why he did it, and I also completely understand why he changed the score. I understand. I can see both sides of the coin. I can see why he went back and gave it a 7. Because the game was enjoyable, and to him, he should have that score reflect his time spent with the game. But the 1 out of 10 also makes sense because that moment where the game was unwinnable ruined it for him. And I've been there with games. I've had game-breaking bugs, and that ruined it for me. Dishonored. The first Dishonored game, I hated that game for the longest time. I hated it. It was awful when everyone was like, oh, Dishonored is such a great game. I'm like, it's a piece of dog shit. Fuck that game. And that's because I spent like 5 hours in that game, and then randomly I got this bug where I dropped through the roof of the guy that upgrades your weapons, and I killed him. How do you even do that? How do you kill the guy that upgrades your weapons? What? Are you supposed to be able to do that? Because then for the rest of the game he was gone, and it auto-saved when I was in the frickin' building, so I'm stuck outside the level that I was supposed to be in, and I'm just fucked. I can't do anything. So I lost all my progress, I lost the weapons upgrade guy, I lost everything. And I was just like, I'm not gonna play through that part again. I've spent this much time getting to this part of the game, I don't wanna do that again. So that was a game I didn't want to play for a long time. I've had that experience with other games as well. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I've definitely had it happen. And it's unfortunate that there are games out there that have those problems. Now, not everyone experienced it. Most reviewers probably haven't. That's why I got a pretty good score. But if IGN had that same bug, what do you think they'd give it? I don't know. That's really what I'm wondering. What would another major reviewer do if they're in that same situation? And I'm betting they'd give it a bad score. I'm thinking they'd give the game a bad score. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. Don't shit on people, guys. Come on. YouTube is my favorite place to go, but it's like the comment sections are the most toxic out of anywhere I go. And why? Don't ruin the community, guys. Just don't do it. Look at my video where I was talking about Angry Joe. Because I'm expressing an opinion. People on YouTube are terrified of opinions. And most of YouTube is opinions. We're people. Everything's an opinion. Reviews are opinions. Impressions videos are opinions. Tons of stuff in video games are opinion based. And yet people still get super butthurt if people don't like a specific series, if they disagree about a certain game and how they feel with it. People just go ballistic. And it doesn't make any sense. I don't know. The small amount of followers I have on this channel, I love you guys. You guys are great. You guys are wonderful. I have so many videos that don't get any dislikes. And that's because there's no reason to dislike most videos. Think about it. Think about it. But that's another topic for another day. I've probably been going now for like 10 minutes. I've been swerving around different topics. Thank you guys for watching. As always, have a fantastic day. And if you're still here, you're wondering what beer I'm drinking, Leinenkugel, I might have pronounced that wrong. Tell me if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Canoe Paddler Kolsch style beer. It's okay. It's not great. It's okay. I like Leinenkugel's shandies, like their lemonade, their lemon shandy's really good, their orange shandy, and their grapefruit shandy. Wonderful, love them. So, thanks for watching. See ya.